because you're following what they tell you to do. And then you get there and they don't award what they told you to do. So it's very frustrating. Where back in the day, it's like if you had the best physique on stage, you won. It didn't matter who your coach was. It didn't matter who you were tied in with, and another big thing at these national shows today is there's all these crossovers. You're having, one woman crossing over in a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 classes, crossing over from bikini into women's physique. It's like it's two completely different physiques, but yet they get awarded in both. So it's like, this doesn't make any sense, So, that's kind of frustrating. It's very frustrating to me, and it's frustrating to a lot of competitors I talk to. I'm not the only one who feels this way. So,
yeah, I talk about something on my channel that the judging can be subjective. When they tell you, like, I even talk to girls who were figure competitors, tell them, hey, come in bigger. But then
yes,
figure is supposed to be more of that slender look, the broader shoulders. They
yes,
want you, and then they want you in physique to come in fuller, round muscle bellies. But that's like women's bodybuilding, And then I interviewed a young lady who got a pro card at nationals last year. She did both figure and she did wellness, but on the pro card as a figure competitor. Um,
okay,
I, yeah, I saw in North America there was one lady who won 3 pro cards in 2 different divisions.
right, and that's
And
you shouldn't, because they have two separate criteria, completely different sets of criteria. So if you're matching pro criteria in physique, you are too muscular for pro criteria in figure or bikini. So that's where the controversy kind of lies. It's like they're all different looks. They're supposed to have different. That's why there's different divisions, because there's different looks. So
mhm. Yeah, because I know when you create physique was supposed to be the replacement for women's bodybuilding. As this is my favorite quote, as the IFBB and APC quietly walked behind the division, stabbed in the heart when they got pushed out of the Olympia. And
yes,
then, Arnold dropped not just women's bodybuilding, physique, and figure. And then, all the tensions for, as I call them, the TNA division, that's wellness and bikini. But
yes,
you ladies, you put in just as much as hard work as those women, maybe even more. But if the judges don't say, okay, let's stick with this guideline, saying, okay, you're a figure competitor, you're on your pro card as a figure competitor, you're a physique competitor, you're on your pro card as a physique competitor, you're a bodybuilder, you're the next higher, you're the higher level. That's it. But
right.
so easy interchangeable, because that's why you look at, if you follow the pro levels, there's one lady who's competing, I think, this weekend. Her name is Manon from
Mm-hmm.
Canada. She's doing a show in figure, but she's planning on doing another show in physique. And this is
Okay.
like before she's does the Olympia first. She's already Olympia qualified.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah. So it's
Yeah. So like I said, this but you feel like there's still opportunity for you, or you feel like you want to say, what, that time
you know,
again, you feel like you just want to throw in the towel.
many times I've wanted to throw in the towel because I've come close to that pro card several times. So close, I could taste it. I flirt with it for years, and then I come back last year, and I did the North American last year, and 2 of my classes I didn't even place in the top 5. And the show before that, I took second at nationals. So it was like I was so close just 9 months ago, and now I'm not even placing. It's like sometimes I wonder, I'm just never going to get my card. It's like I've been so close, but I'm so far away. I've improved my body. I've put on muscle. I come in lean. I come in conditioned. Um, I mean, I don't know if I do bodybuilding and physique, because I feel like I can kind of do both because I'm kind of muscular, but um, enough for bodybuilding. But then again, I don't know. I don't know if it's my height, because I am so short. I don't know if that's been my hindrance, because I'm only 4'8" now. I'm shrinking. I shrank 2 inches. I was 4'10" when I was in the Army. Now I'm 4'8.5". But so I guess I'm shrinking. But so I don't know. My heart wants to keep going because it's a goal, and I want to achieve this goal, and I don't want to quit.
Yeah.
But comes a point in time, I'm getting older. It costs a lot of money. It's hard on my body. All these sacrifices. I'm like, is it really even worth it at this point? I love
Yeah.
it. It's a passion, but is it really worth it? So it's
Yeah.
definitely a quandary for me.
Yeah, I think, like I said, this is from my standpoint. I can never do what y'all ladies do. And to do what you do, to get up in the morning, to train, to work out. And people need to understand that this is a sport and you have to be passionate about it. There's not a lot of money in it because, like I said, it's expense. Yeah, think about it. That money could go to your kids' college funds, or go on a trip. I saw recently you got yourself a new house, so and you was able to do that. That's pretty good. Congratulations.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think there should be, for one thing, the standard should be set for your competitors. Where, okay, we're going to work with this and work with that. Like right now, I'm looking at her. She looks like she's shredded to the bone. I don't know how in the world no judge would have given her pro card, but maybe just me being a muscle person. I can't help
Yeah.
myself.
They,
If my yeah, you're welcome. No, no, don't have to say thank you to me. You are welcome, man, because it's a pleasure to talk to ladies like yourself. But I think there should be more opportunities for y'all women. As you know, everybody pays attention more to the men's side because this is how I say it to the bottom bitch. They always bring the attention, they bring in the money. But it's a lot more for y'all women because all they gotta do is wear a pair of banana hammocks and board shorts. Y'all always have to, not only your training, your dieting, your consistency, also hair, makeup, jewelry, everything that goes with your posing suits, everything. There's so
yes.
much to this sport that's involved in it for a bodybuilder.
There is lots of other expenses, you know, so it gets very pricey. The suits alone for the women are, if you want a decent suit, you're going to pay $1,000. That's just a decent one. It's expensive. So
Yeah. We have here a comment. This is from my man, bodybuilding fan, O1. He says, Julie is awesome sauce. I was friends with her on Facebook a few years ago when I had my account. Yeah. This is from my man, KL, the Wonder says, hey, what up? Thank you, brother. What's up to you? This is from my man, Balls Deep. He says, what up, a salute. Thank you, brother. Also, he says, Chicago in here. Also, he says, smash that like button. Thank you, brother. So let everybody know, smash that like button. Also, he says, peace and blessings, beautiful. And also, he says this, he says, she's sexy and swole as AF. Oh, there you go. She gave you a little pose there, balls deep. So be calm. Put away your lotion, your tissue now. It's done. So,
yeah,
yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I think you have to have a passion for sport. And and your job here as a registered nurse, how long you been doing that?
I've been an RN for 25 years. Yep.
Yeah. That's wow. That's wow. I know somebody's been that not that long, maybe some longer, but yeah. And
Yeah.
do you like your coworkers? Did they ever, they ever like come to your shows or they support your bodybuilding?
You know what? They never come to my shows because lately all I've been doing is nationals. But they support me. They're very supportive. They don't mind when I heat my fish up at work. They, they don't mind that I got to eat while I'm working and get my meals in, and they all ask me so many questions about what they can do to change, and they they definitely support me. The two places I've worked in my nursing career have been excellent supports. So it's been a blessing because it's not always that way for people. So
Yeah, it's good that you find support. I know your kids. I know what was it like for them when growing up, especially your son, because you got to think about it. His mom on stage in a bikini, and you say, "Hey, hey, 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 that's your mom, dude." Yeah. I say, hey, 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 hey. And then I'm as a boys, our mothers are our best friend. Like the
yeah,
boy's best friend's mother. We probably say, "Hey, mom, I had to fight some guys because he saw you in your posing suit." So, what was it like
yeah,
them growing up?
he was pretty impressed with it when he was a little boy. When his friends would say, "Hey Nick, your mom is so strong," and my son is autistic,
Uh-huh.
so he didn't quite understand the complexity of what I did, but he did get the fact that I'm a bodybuilder. And when people would compliment him about me being a bodybuilder, it made him really excited. He got excited about it, but his brain works a little different with his autism. But my daughter, my middle daughter, she was always my traveling partner. She came to all my shows with me through the years, and she's like my biggest fan, and she's the biggest judge, and she can call the shows how she sees them. She loves it. She used to love it.
Mhm.
So
That's
yeah.
good. That's good that because sometimes I know ladies who told me that sometimes the family don't understand it because it's not
Yeah.
a typical sport like any other sport. It's very, you know.
Yeah, but my kids grew up with it, and they know how I eat. They know that when we go out to dinner, we got to go to certain places so I can get my food. I know certain places will make my food the way I want that, and they'll wait to go out to dinner when I can have a cheat meal. They'll wait till like Sunday night or whatever. So they're very understanding because they grew up with it. So they're very understanding with it.
Yeah, that's good. This from a
Yeah.
man, Balls Deep. He says, with all the stress and struggles, why female bodybuilding? So, like I say, you know, like with all stuff's going on, where you're not getting judged and placed where you should be, and trying to get your
Yeah.
pro cards. What motivates you to keep doing this? Because, like I said, you could just say, "I'm done."
Right. Right. Because I feel in my heart that I can get that pro card. I feel in my heart that I can achieve it, and I want to achieve it, and I don't give up. I'm not that type that gives up. I'm not a quitter. I've never been a quitter. And I don't want to be a quitter. You know, I want to follow through. I mean, eventually, if I don't get it, maybe now it's time to start making these decisions whether I'm going to try again. But I do think I might give it one more season. So I'm not ready to quit yet.
Yeah, it's like the quote from the great Rocky Balboa. It's not my how hard you can hit; it's how hard you can take the hits and keep moving forward. And that's Rocky. Anybody who knows, if you've never seen the Rocky movies, I don't know who. Were you living in a cave someplace? It motivates people just to realize, you know what, I can do this, and I think you can do it. I mean, if it's not this year, you can try to do next year. Like I said, I think there's still at least about three more pro qualifiers. I think there's so some overseas, but I know you don't want to go all the way overseas. To yeah, nah, that's too expensive. I think
It is.
yeah, there's a Masters USA's. I think that's coming up.
Yeah.
There's yeah,
Yeah.
nationals and the amateur Olympic. You know,
Oh, okay. Yeah, there are a few coming up. So there's a chance, so that, I might give it another try. If not, then next year I might give it a go and maybe try to do a couple different shows. I've been doing the same shows. I've been doing Masters, I've been doing North American. Maybe in nationals, maybe I'll change gear and do Universe and USA. Maybe just try some different shows.
mm-hmm.
Maybe see if better luck there.
One show you should have tried was it was I think it was the same week as the teen collegiate show was the Miss International. A friend of mine, she competed that show because there's only two women in their class. The pro card was a handout. So usually um, they usually give you a pro card for two if depending if you win in your class, and then you just do the overall, which gets you the shot for the Rising Phoenix. You know,
Yes.
and yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because
That
that's
is that Chicago? Is that in Chicago, that show? Is
yeah,
that the one? Yes. Okay. Yeah.
yeah, that's Tim Gardner, and
Yeah.
it's yeah, and it's sponsored by Wings of Strength by Jake
With,
Wood.
yeah.
Yeah, and every time I gotta say his name, Jake Wood, I say, yo, Jake, I want that money, I want that gun. I can't help it because I don't know a lot of guys named Jake. I gotta do it every time I say his name. Here we got here from my man Tyler. It says, long time fan, you're a champ in my eyes, Julie. This is
Uh,
from a man. Balls. He says, "Schmo gang, 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 gang." Also, this is from man KL. I walked in, you walked out. I never met a pretty girl. Look so tough. You got man has tried to do Prince. You know.
I love it. Love it.
Yeah, I remember I was talking to one lady who said it was a debate who's more talented, Prince or Michael Jackson. I love Michael. He was great. Prince was just, and also any dude can take your girl wearing high heels and makeup.
Oh my God. That's true.
Yeah, he can steal your girl. Also, this is from my man KL, and he asked this question. He says, "How long you been competing?" And I think you've been competing for at least a good on and off a good 20 years or so.
Yeah. Yeah. But I did two shows in the last 20 years. Seriously, consistently 12 years now.
That's good. Yeah. So, oh, here we got here from this is a new one because this is like some new guys in here. He said this is from Paul Grashop. If I got his name right, I want to apologize. Paul, it says, "You look beautiful and sexy. Keep up the good work. I admire you mostly because you are a nurse, part of the sisterhood that will always be there forever." Thank you, Paul. I mean, I'm telling you, Julie. When I get a new girl in here, these guys like the episode of it was a who was I thinking about? When Prince first meets Charlie Murphy, and they're at the club, and he's hanging out with this guy named Nikki Free, Paul Shalimar, and then
Mhm.
they think Nikki Free's a chick and said, "Yo, Shalimar got a new girl. She fine as a motherfucker." That's how these guys act with you. She said, "George got a new girl. She fine as a motherfucker." They get shy at
Okay.
so what we're gonna do, guys, is I know the reason why you came here. You want to see some stuff here. So she's a